So there's this channel, NEWSMAX, and NEWSMAX is right up there with OAN, which I think is One American Network. Hardcore, weirdo, conspiracy theory fueled right wing news media outlet. And they had a bit of a cringe moment, pretty much a big embarrassing tissy fit. Newsmax panel flips out after student says under a law in pledge of graduation. This is coming from Friendly Atheist at .pathos.com. And they usually have some pretty good articles over there. On Monday morning during the graduation ceremony at Justice High School in Fairfax, Virginia, the senior class president delivered the Pledge of Allegiance and said under Allah instead of under God. If you're a normal person, you'd say, that's different, but whatever. For Muslims, Allah means God, so this is probably the student putting her own personal stamp on the ritual. School said it didn't approve that change in advance, which means it was just the student's decision, which, whatever. I mean, look, personally speaking, I've never been a big traditionalist. Not really. That's not my thing. That's not my bag. I can understand why some people might be like, well, that's not the words. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But who cares? Who honestly gives that much of a shit? It's not that big of a deal. However, if you're someone at the right-wing media news outlet NEWSMAX, however, you throw a hissy fit and have a 5-person panel discuss how awful and unpatriotic this student is. I started to watch this. And I laughed so goddamn hard that I knew I had to actually make a video. That is one of the impetuses of me making videos on my second channel again, is just that this is so fucking ridiculous and snowflakey. It's bizarre. All right. Oh, and I don't have it set up. Of course I don't. Fantastic. And I'll do this while I dazzle you guys with my acumen, because I'm not editing these, because I don't edit anything on my second channel. Nope. Sure don't. Freedom of religion. Exactly. Freedom of religion. And that's literally part of our culture. Part of, our heritage here in America, I don't quite understand how exactly this is tough to grasp, but for some people, if it's scary, then they want it ceased. I mean, nobody should really be that surprised by any of this anyway, because it's kind of like a known. It is known, Khaleesi, that the right wing has always been bigger into cancel culture than anybody else. Did I get it? Is it fixed? I think it's fixed. And boom. Hey, look at that. I am a professional. Is it on my second channel? Yes. My second channel is just called Holiday. And no, this isn't the roundup, guys. Sorry. Oh, shit. Forgot to turn on my
I've been pretty quiet around these parts lately, but I wanted to let you know I love you, Jeffy Bear, and hope you and yours are well.
Aww.
Also want to thank everyone who donated to my dental fund. Surgery finally begins August 8th, and I'm so grateful to you all.
Aw, we love you, Addy Monster. You are a peach. Okay, turning Streamlabs off again until we're done recording the segment. But I love you.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under Allah, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all.
Under Allah. Well, the high school is issuing a response saying the school division did not endorse nor pre-approve the change in wording to the Pledge of Allegiance at the Justice High School graduation ceremony. Let's bring in our panel for their reaction, including member of Project 21 and host of Money Talk with Melanie Collette. Melanie, welcome to our panel. Melanie, let's start with you. What do you think?
We can turn off the closed captioning for this. I just want to point out right at the outset, just at the absolute outset, that what they're going to have a 5-person panel on right now on a nationally broadcasted news media outlet, they're going to have a panel on it, and it lasted, what was that, like half a second? 1 second? Can I say under Zeus? You should be able to say under Zeus. Why not? Why not? It's just as valid as anything else. Why not one nation under Lucifer? You know, one nation under Nyarlathotep, the many-tentacled one. You know, like, fuck, dude, who gives a shit? What the fuck?
About this?
My jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine with yours.
That is that's an absolute disgrace, and especially for that student to pull that at the last minute and not tell anybody that that's what they were going to do. That's an absolute disgrace.
Your name is not Melanie, it is Karen. I'm sorry. Like, I was very, very disturbed by this. Very disturbed.
You're doing the pledge on behalf of a group of people. You're supposed to be doing it on their behalf. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Amanda, it reminds me.
Wait, what? What the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck are you talking about?
That's an absolute disgrace. You're doing the pledge on behalf of a group of people. You're supposed to be doing it on their behalf.
No. Wait. Okay. I feel like I really need to just make this point super quick as I possibly can. A pledge of allegiance, you are pledging something. You're pledging yourself to something. And when we have some sort of like sociological ritual that is part and parcel with a nation state, nationalism, a country, blah, 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 blah. That is you invoking your pledge to that statement. She is invoking it in the name of her God. The same thing that anybody else would do. You're just upset that she doesn't worship the same magic invisible sky leopard as you. I don't really understand why this is such a big fucking deal. It's weird.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Amanda, it reminds me what happened at a Texas graduation when the valedictorian turned in her speech. It was approved by the school, and then she changed it and talked about this new abortion law. It just seems that these students, are taking this platform and pretty much doing whatever they want with it.
Wait. So if the valedictorian goes up there and they did all of this work to try and get the best scores possible and be recognized as the best performing out of their entire class, but then they say something that you don't like, you want them censored. She has earned that place to say whatever the fuck she wants. That's her platform. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She could go up there and say, "Hail Satan." I mean, who gives a fuck? I don't understand why this is actually a problem. That's so strange to me. I'm going to be so amused if my stream actually went down on YouTube. Did it? Am I being censored by NEWSMAX? Uh-oh, I might have. Or is it still up? Nope, it's still up. All right, cool. We good. It just all of a sudden like kind of ate shit. It was weird. All right.
It really does. I mean, it kind of makes you wonder if this is where, President Biden has just made it so easy for people to just do whatever they want and say the things that they want.
Yeah, Joe Biden came out and he's like, hey, valedictorians from now on out can say anything they want at their graduation speech. What?
Irrespective of the laws and the rules. But look, we are a Judeo-Christian nation.
No, we're not.
And our Pledge of Allegiance says one nation under God, and it has since 1942.
Okay, so I got this point actually from thefriendlyatheist.pathos.com. So I'm not like, actually, because I didn't know, but actually, no, that's a lie. Under God was added in 1954. The original pledge didn't include the phrase at all. So, yeah, like, she doesn't know any better than what she's even trying to talk about. And besides, do you need to invoke Magic Sky Leopard Daddy when you say that you are pledged to a country? And I'm sorry, but America has never been a Christian nation. It's never been that way. We had a significant number of people who signed the Declaration of Independence that they were theist, very specifically not calling themselves Christians. We also had atheists. It's true. This idea is just absolutely fucking crazy. Oh, Joe Biden passed the First Amendment? Well, he was around back then, but he was a little too busy with the booze and fighting corn pop. He just, he didn't invent it, but he was around.
So the fact that these people have just taken it upon themselves to change what speech they're going to give at a graduation or, change the words of a Pledge of Allegiance, that's wrong. And,
Kiss my ass. What?
it's, again, one nation under God, not Allah, not anyone else.
Yeah. Mark, your reaction?
Well, it's un-American. It's unpatriotic.
It has nothing to do with America, aside from the fact that it's a Pledge of Allegiance, and that's a patriotic act, whether it's your God or not. You. I'm not gonna make fun of this man's appearance.
And it's quite frankly upsetting. I served my country as a civilian in combat.
Yes, I am. He looks like he's sitting on a giant fucking dildo. This dude is a fucking size queen. I'm telling you right now. I swear to God. If he stood up right now and the camera pointed down, you would see a traffic hazard cone dripping in lubricant and blood. Never mind.
I deployed to Baghdad 14 times to a combat zone, and so I saw firsthand the sacrifice and the selflessness of the men and women who wear our uniform. And we're just coming off of Memorial Day, where we honor those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. And just this past Sunday, D-Day, the greatest seaborne invasion in the history of the world that not only freed Europe.
Are your heartstrings being tugged at yet? Are you feeling appropriately emotionally primed for what he's trying to tell you? That free speech is bad? Because that's what he's saying.
But ended World War II, and that was led by the American soldiers. And so we shouldn't be surprised at this, because remember, it was Joe Biden, the first president to remove God from the National Day of Prayer proclamation. So my question to President Biden and Vice President Harris is, if we can't pray to God, who do we pray to?
Who do you guys pray to? Probably Trump. Maybe money. God's probably pretty far down the list, man. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. But something that I find very fascinating is when people try and invoke the actions of the military into why people should do the things that they want them to do, or not do the things that make them upset and hurt their little feelings. Part and parcel that of our country that makes it so fucking free is that we do have the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Obviously, it doesn't mean freedom from consequences. This is very apparent because now she has to deal with a bunch of these uptight dickbags trying to drag her on their news media outlet. But our soldiers did not die so that really fragile fucking jackasses can sit there and cry because somebody doesn't worship the same God as them. That is not why they stormed the beaches of Normandy.
Bernie Sanders or AOC?
That's a good point, Bob. It's just...
Oh, instead of God, you should worship Bernie Sanders or AOC. Like, that doesn't even mean any... Oh, my fucking God.
Seems like a lot of these high school kids or, students just decide to make their own rules. And again, this is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance says under God. And that's exactly what it says. I was educated in that school system, and my daughters are being educated in it right now. And I'm a little embarrassed to say that, because I think the school system, it did issue. Do we have the statement they issued?
Oh, hey, that's a good point. Yeah, Biden is a Catholic. Yeah. It's Biden is a fucking Catholic. I still don't understand why anybody gives that much of a shit about this. It's so weird.
They did issue.
They did. Yep.
Okay. I thought we had that. Maybe we didn't. But they did not condone that. Do you have the...
I can read it. Yep,
Go ahead.
There it is. It says that the school division did not endorse nor pre-approve the change in wording to the Pledge of Allegiance at the Justice High School graduation ceremony.
That's because it's not the Pledge of Allegiance, what she said. Now, I believe in diversity. I think the people in the school system do. But that's not the Pledge of Allegiance. And remember, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember this, there was a drive for a while to drop under God in the pledge.
They should.
But most Americans fought that, and that's why it remains. So it must mean something to Americans. And I'm sure, like you were saying, certainly to people that are willing.
Okay, you know what? At this point, this is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't want to keep going on this much further than this. The Pledge of Allegiance is a big fucking wet blanket for a bunch of fragile ass fucking people to wrap themselves onto and cry because they find some reason to be offended by something that goes counter to what they're trying to say. I have heard so many times over the years people try and claim that we are a Christian nation. The Pledge of Allegiance says one nation under God. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck the Pledge of Allegiance. Dude, fuck the Pledge of Allegiance. Saying the Pledge of Allegiance doesn't make you a better American, and it doesn't prove that you are a good American. You know what does? Embracing the spirit of America. The spirit of America is that we have the freedom to worship whatever we want, to say whatever we want, to do whatever we want, and the government can't fucking tell us no. And these people, they just want to fucking cancel this girl because she said something that hurts their feelings. Well, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck the Pledge of Allegiance. Saying it doesn't make you a better American and it doesn't make you a better person. And it sure as fuck doesn't make you a better Christian. Because there's one thing that a lot of you fucking Jesus crispy ass cracker motherfuckers out there, and yes, I know there's a person of color, but listen. We'll go best 4 out of 5. You cracker ass motherfuckers out there don't seem to quite understand is that one of the basic tenets of being a decent fucking person, let alone a good fucking Christian, because it's in the rules, is that he who is without sin shall cast the first stone. So if you're gonna be a judgmental fucking prick and try and cancel a high schooler because they just don't worship the same fucking deity as you, fuck you. Kiss my fucking ass. God damn, these people are fucking fragile. Ugh.